Hey everybody, so today I am going to be taking apart an old IDE CD Rom drive. Now this thing is pretty old. I don't even think they even make those anymore. They're so old. But I'm going to be taking apart an old IDE CD Rom drive that came out of... sorry people. This computer right here. I stuck an Asus SATA CD Rom in here. Still haven't installed its drivers and whatnot yet. But it does work natively in Linux, so yeah. Leave that. But this is an old, let's see, Sony. This is a pretty old Sony DVD CD rewritable drive unit, DWD 22A. Nice little 5 volt and 12 volt rail. Blah 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 blah. And I've already hacked into this thing before. You can see the warranty stickers cut. This thing lasted less than a year in that computer. Yeah. So, you're pretty much basic IDE Sony drive. Here's all your IDE stuff. Sorry, viewers. All your IDE stuff, your generic your nice little digital audio, analog audio, jumpers. I removed it so it would automatically configure itself. 40-pin IDE connector and your 4-pin Molex power connector. So that's that. So let's flip this unit over and hack into it. Now I've taken 5 screws out of this unit already. There they are right there on my Asus Q550LF laptop. The thing's over $1,000 at Best Buy. So let's take a look in it. Here are the internal workings of the drive. I had to snap something off in the front. I had to snap off a little bit of plastic on the front. I can just find it. This jumble of mess. Just snap this piece. Snap this piece off because it was getting in the way, making it as annoying as heck to get this in. This is our secondary controller board, which controls the motor and stuff. Oh my gosh, it was annoying as heck to get that off. To get this out of here with that clip in, just snapped it off. Oh yeah, and if you're gonna be taking apart this CD-ROM, this kind of CD-ROM drive as well, you're gonna want a 2.4mm flathead or a 2.0mm flathead to take this apart. So the first thing that you want to do is we want to disconnect this top cable right here on the top. So you can either use your fingernails or a screwdriver to get that undone. Now that was the power connection to our CD spindle motor. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this board out. Now you will need a flathead screwdriver for this. This clip right here. Take a screwdriver to it like this, and there should be a screw right there, but I've already unscrewed it. and left it out whenever I closed the unit back up. But when it gets like, but once it's like that and you've unscrewed the screw, just pull it up like that. Pull it up like that and leave it as is. Now for our primary logic board. This right here is our primary controller board. Controls pretty much every other aspect of this drive. There is a clip. There will be two clips over here, and we want to do this one right here. So using a screwdriver, flathead preferably, and press this clip back there, and okay, hold on. So using one screwdriver, place it like this on the board. Hold on. Okay, let's redo that. Take your hand and put it on the back of the controller board. And this right here, we're going to use a screwdriver to remove it. Okay. So, as you can see, I ended up having to do this one first, and then this one. And there are some cables attached under here, so we also want to disconnect those. Zoom out. So one of the cables we want to disconnect is this ribbon cable right under here. Sorry. Just pull it out like that and done. And there's also another cable here that actually moves the reader arm and powers it. So using a fingernail, pull the plastic piece holding that cable out and pull the cable out. Now we can successfully just pull the main board assembly off to a degree. Now we have one final cable here to disconnect. Right there. That is the motor that's controlling our drive bay, our CD DVD bay. Just pull it out like that and remove the boards. Zoom out. These are the primary boards in here that control the thing. This right here is our main controller board. You can see on our 5 volt and 12 volt rail side, we have some capacitors here. We have our controller chip right here, secondary controller chip, probably to encode and decode, and this chip right here. Probably I believe that signals up the multiple functions on here, but it's a way that it's the chip that makes sure this board communicates with this board. And set that aside. Now we're into the inner workings of this thing. Now I noticed something right here. Sorry about the blurriness. This camera needs to autofocus. Autofocus, please, will you? I just think it's blurry. I think I'm gonna need to zoom out. But yeah, zoom out. This right here, take a flathead screwdriver, 2.42 millimeter, and just press it up like that. Take a fingernail, press it, and just scoot it forward. If necessary, push it back. Then, sorry viewers, then back forward. That is what triggers the tray to open and close. Now, if you're really curious, you can go ahead and stick a CD in there. This is an old vertebra disc. Not really all that useful anymore. And it's corrupted anyways. Scratched it earlier today. In this particular unit. But load a CD in there. Just shut the tray. And now you're seeing how the CD is held in. It's held in on the top and bottom in the center area. Now to eject the thing, locate this part right here and just shove it forward. And pull the CD out, and you can safely shut the tray again. And as you can see, this part right here actually goes down to hold in a CD or DVD whenever I plugged it, whenever I shut the tray. Now this is the actual read-write device that reads and writes to and from CDs and DVDs. Got the flat ribbon cable out of the way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now we're going to need to remove our primary spindle area, our spindle that spins up CDs to with 7,200 to 10,000 RPM. But there are 3 screws holding it in. Unscrew each of those screws using a 2.0 millimeter Phillips or flathead screwdriver. Now, if you've never worked in these before, they may be a little difficult to remove. And as a precaution, you want to scoot the laser module back so that way you can actually remove it. Now, I haven't done this a bunch of times, so sorry if I make any mistakes, but yeah. Now pull it out just like that, and here is our get in there, spindle motor. Yeah. Now this thing can spin dangerously fast. So I don't recommend you try anything with that at home. Now this outer ring right here is a little sticky to make sure these CDs and DVDs of ours don't fly off. And if you're wondering how a CD or DVD is held in on this bottom portion, here's how. Yeah. Set it aside. And we have a blue thing back there, just sitting loose. That's what also helps secure the thing. Now we want to remove our laser module. And before that happens, we want to remove our laser module motor assembly, which moves it. Let's see. So using a 2.0mm Phillips or flathead screwdriver, unscrew it. Now these can be pretty darn tough when you're messing around with them. So just unscrew them like that, and just pop it out like that. Now our laser module is pretty much locked in on these two bars. And we want to remove this plastic insert to gain access to the rest of the fanciness stuff in here. So the way you want to remove this plastic insert is you want to check all around for areas where you could pull it out. And then, using a good size screwdriver, sorry viewers. Now, using a good screwdriver, pry it out. Being a little difficult today. And okay, so there are clips on the sides that are holding it in. Using a screwdriver, go from the bottom of the clip and pry upwards with your screwdriver and push down. Do the same thing for the other side. It should come eventually. I'm going to pause the recording okay, I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to get back to you whenever I get this plastic insert out of here.